What's up everyone, and happy midweek motivation Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day so far. I'm so excited to film this video today because it is on my most recent motivational slash inspirational slash get your life together book purchases that I made yesterday, and it is on 7 of them. So basically this is my reading list for at least half of 2018, and if that's something that you're interested in, please keep watching. And if you are not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions on what you think I should talk about next time, on next midweek Motivation Wednesday, please leave a comment down below. It is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Oh, and of course, I have my wine because for some reason I feel like any conversation is just better with wine. And today I'm drinking Gnarly Head Authentic Black. This is a very good one and it happens to be on sale, so it was a win-win for me. Yes, nails still ratchet. They'll be back soon, I promise. 2 of the books are actual physical copies that I picked up. The other 5 I actually downloaded on Audible. And it's funny because when I was going through the store and checking out the books, I wanted so many of them, but I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. I remember that I have a subscription for Audible. So I was able to download 5 of those books on Audible, and I'll let you know which 5 those are. And I will also insert pictures in this video so you know what they look like. And I'll also show you the 2 books that I got actual physical copies of. So let me start with those. All right, so the first book that I picked up is called My Friend Fear: Finding Magic in the Unknown, and it's by Meera Patel, and it looks like this. And I was really drawn to this book in particular because of how beautiful the inside is. So this is one that I decided not to download. So as you can see, all the pictures have like watercolors almost in them, or drawings. It's just a couple of different pages. All of them have illustrations, which I thought was really cool. And the description says, "So what if I'm afraid? What if our deepest fears are shining guideposts lighting the way to what we truly want in life? Instead of pushing them aside, what happens if we begin listening to our fears and allow them to lead us bravely into the unknown? Through a mix of personal writing, watercolor paintings, and thought-provoking questions for reflection, this vividly inspiring book will help you make friends with fear in order to become who you really are." I was really drawn to that description because, like I mentioned in my last midweek motivation video, fear is the #1 debilitating factor when it comes to people really going for it and really doing what they want. And there was another book there that I didn't get, but the title was very interesting. The book was called One Day We'll All Be Dead and None of This Will Matter. I know it's a little morbid, right? But I feel like just reading the title of that book really makes you think, like, yes, you know, we all have the same final destination, you know, as far as the cycle of life goes. So why waste this one chance being afraid? Personally, fear is an emotion that has stopped me from doing a lot of things. I think this is a really great book to have, you know, sitting next to your bed, on your nightstand, so that way every night before you go to sleep, or maybe when you wake up, you can read a couple pages, look at the beautiful illustrations. It does have a few questions in here that you can ask yourself and reflect on. And I'm really interested to get into it and see what it's all about. The second book that I picked up a physical copy of is We're Going to Need More Wine. If this book didn't have my name on it, I don't know what other book did. It's by Gabrielle, and the description on the inside says, "Things are about to get real. Cheers." Guess what? Gabrielle is a lot like you and me. While you likely know her from her many film and television roles, her work as an activist on behalf of victims of sexual assault, her smart statements about the place of women, especially Black women in the world and in Hollywood, or her status as one half of the Wade Union power couple, she's also navigating today's world in ways that are all too familiar. She has had to get over her family baggage, go through the wrong men to get to the right one, and push her way past head shakers and naysayers who thought she was less than. She has lost boyfriends and best friends. She has lived through divorce. She has fought for jobs and supported men who didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Sound familiar? In this engaging, provocative, and funny collection of essays about her life and our modern world, Gabrielle gives us details of her life that go beyond the headlines and social media to show the smart, tough woman she really is. From her younger years as one of the very few African Americans in her California high school, the harrowing story of her rape and the aftermath, to her navigation of Hollywood, to the role she plays as stepmother to her husband Dwayne Wade's sons, to the devastating loss she felt over the friend she loves and couldn't save. Reading We're Going to Need More Wine leaves you with the feeling of time with a dear friend. This surprising and special book will nourish your soul and expand your mind. So that explanation got me really interested. I feel like if you want to read something from someone who's very successful, you know, a celebrity, someone like Gabrielle Union, and be able to see that, you know, you are one and the same. We're all just people and we can all be doing the same things. We all go through hard things. It's just a matter of overcoming those hard things. I think this is probably a great book to read, and I can't wait to read this one also. So like I said, the other 5 I don't have physical copies of, but I do have them on my Audible, so I will give you the titles and tell you a little bit about each of those books as well. So the next book that I downloaded is called 52 Ways to Live a Kick-Ass Life, BS-free wisdom to ignite your inner badass and live the life you deserve. Like many women, Andrea Owen always lived life on the sidelines, watching each day pass by without ever catching a glimpse of the happiness she yearned for, until the day she's had enough. She realized that she had to take action and step out of the box she created for herself if she really wanted the best life possible. And now, as a celebrated life coach, she shows thousands of women how to take the reins, create actionable plans for their goals, and finally reach their full potential. In this powerful book, Owen guides you through her acclaimed strategies for creating a more fulfilling life. Each goal-oriented lesson empowers you to take control of the barriers that keep you from achieving the love and success you desire. From breaking the unrewarding cycle of people-pleasing to dealing with unsupportive friends, this book approaches the problems you face with a candid look at why you aren't satisfied and how to fix it. Owen's life-changing wisdom helps you uncover your self-limiting beliefs as well as push you out of your comfort zone by zeroing in on the most difficult issues. It's very similar to the section in my planner that I talked about in my last midweek motivation video, where you have to be honest with yourself and write down what you're afraid of. Even that in itself can be scary. Sometimes we don't want to admit what we're afraid of. We don't want to admit that we're afraid of failure. We don't want to admit that we're afraid of what other people think, you know, especially people that we don't know. I like that this book talks about that and how if you're gonna live your best life, you need to step out of your comfort zone as well. So the next book, many of you have probably read, but I am late to the party, and it's called The Year of Yes. How to Dance It Out, Stand in the Sun, and Be Your Own Person. The mega talented creator of Grey's Anatomy and Scandal and executive producer of How to Get Away with Murder chronicles how saying yes for 1 year changed her life and how it can change yours too. With 3 hit shows on television and 3 children at home, the uber-talented Shonda Rhimes had lots of good reasons to say no when an unexpected invitation arrives. Hollywood party? No. Speaking engagement? No. Media appearances? No. And there was a side benefit of saying no for an introvert like Shonda. Nothing new to fear. Then Shonda's sister laid down a challenge. Just for 1 year, try to say yes to the unexpected invitations that come your way. Shonda reluctantly agreed, and the result was nothing short of transformative. In The Year of Yes, Shonda Rhimes chronicles the powerful impact saying yes had on every aspect of her life and how we can all change our lives with one little word, yes. So what really drew me to this book was thinking about those times where you don't feel like doing something, so you just don't do it, or you may be scared to do something, so you don't do it, or you may not be confident about doing something, so you don't do it. What if you just said yes to every opportunity that came your way? That could even include social functions as well. How many times have you been invited to something, an event of some sort, and you don't feel like going, so you just don't go? Besides having a really good time, maybe there's connections that you could have made. Maybe there was people that you could have seen. Maybe there was new friendships that could have came out of that. That is definitely something that I do. You know, a lot of times if I don't feel like doing something, I'll just say no to it. I'm really interested to see how saying yes to everything that came your way, you know, could change your life. So the next book that I downloaded is called Get Your Together. That title definitely caught my eye. How to stop worrying about what you should do so you can finish what you need to do and start doing what you want to do. And even the description of the title really captured me, because a lot of the times in life we do things because other people tell us that's what we should be doing, or society says it's the right thing to do, or society says if you aren't doing this then you're not doing something right. The No F's Given, No Holds Barred guide to living your best life. Ever find yourself stuck at the office or even just glued to the couch when you really want to get out for once, get to the gym at last, and get started on that someday project you're always putting off? You need to get your together. And I can relate to that so much. There has been plenty of times where I really wanted to do something and maybe the task felt too overwhelming, or I had negative feelings about the task, or would rather have been doing something else. And even though I really, really wanted to do that one thing, I just never got around to doing it. So this book seems like a great one to read as well. The next title is called Adventures for Your Soul: 21 Ways to Transform Your Habits and Reach Your Full Potential. So I think you guys can see a theme going on here with the type of books that I like to read. Sometimes the one thing you need to make a change is to see things from a fresh perspective. Discover 21 innovative emotional explorations to boldly confront the habits that are holding you back in this breakthrough guide that provides the tools you need to fearlessly embrace your innermost desires. Drawing from her own transformational experiences, Shannon Kaiser's program utilizes an empowering process that encourages you to go on adventures for your soul so you can achieve your goals, remove limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging patterns, feel freedom from fear and live with purpose and passion, be unapologetic about your innermost desires, make happiness your natural way of life. By focusing on how your life feels instead of how it looks on the outside, you can passionately experience your own life adventures. By changing the way you see yourself, you can ultimately live life to the fullest. I really like that this description spoke about habits. You know, essentially the way that we are is our habits. If you're the person that goes to the gym every morning, it's because it's a habit. If you're the person that comes home, sits on the couch and watches TV for the next 4 hours, it's because it's a habit. So if we can change small habits one at a time, you can then create different behaviors, which changes the way that you are and the way that you do things. So you can tell yourself, oh, I'm just not a workout kind of person. You can be a person that works out. You just have to make those tiny adjustments to those habits, and eventually you'll gain enough good habits and get rid of enough bad habits to be that person that goes to the gym. And you won't even have to think about it because it's the way that you are. And then the last book that I downloaded is called The 5-Second Rule: Transform Your Life, Work, and Confidence with Everyday Courage. How to enrich your life and destroy doubt in 5 seconds. Throughout your life, we've had parents, coaches, teachers, friends, and mentors who have pushed you to be better than your excuses and bigger than your fears. What if the secret to having the confidence and courage to enrich your life and work is simply knowing how to push yourself? Using the science of habits, riveting stories, and surprising facts from some of the most famous moments in history, art, and business, Robbins will explain the power of a push moment. Then she'll give you one simple tool you can use to become your greatest self. It takes just 5 seconds to use this tool, and every time you do, you'll be in great company. More than 8 million people have watched Mel's TED Talk, and executives inside of the world's largest brands are using the tool to increase productivity, collaboration, and engagement. In the 5-second rule, you'll discover it takes just 5 seconds to become confident, break the habit of procrastination and self-doubt, beat fear and uncertainty, stop worrying and feeling happier, and share your ideas with courage. The 5-second rule is a simple one-size-fits-all solution for the one problem we all face: we hold ourselves back. The secret isn't knowing what to do, it's knowing how to make yourself do it. Now that I'm reading all these summaries again, I'm realizing how completely similar all of these books are, but I'm really interested in these kind of books, more like self-development, motivation, and inspiration. I feel like you can't get enough of that, and it's something that you need to keep feeding your soul. Just like when you're eating food, you can't eat one healthy meal and then be healthy for the rest of your life if you're eating McDonald's burgers and fries every day after that. I feel like it's the same thing with knowledge, with motivation, with self-development. You have to keep feeding yourself inspirational things, motivational things, knowledge to do and get what you want. And then in turn, just like eating healthy every day, you'll live a healthier life from a mental and emotional perspective. All right, guys, well, those are all the books that I picked up yesterday, and I'm so excited to read them all. If you want me to give you my thoughts on any of the books after I read them, I feel like that would be awesome. I would love to do that. So if that's something that you want, please let me know. And also remember, let me know anything else you would like to see on the next Midweek Motivation Wednesday. So I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week, a great weekend, and I will see you back on Monday. And of course, live life beautiful from the inside out. Oh, and I almost forgot. I changed what window I'm filming in front of. So the window that you saw behind me last time is the window that is in front of me this time. I don't know if I'm making it better at all. This is my bar cart, the top of it. I don't know if this is a better background or not, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you like it, let me know. If you hate it, let me know. I just appreciate your feedback. And until next time.